So Gareth Ainsworth has left Wycombe Wanderers after a decade at the club to bring his rock star demeanour to West London as he has taken charge of Queen's Park Rangers. So today I am going to use Football Manager to see how that may pan out. Let's run a simulation, shall we? Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first of today's two simulations as we take a look at how Gareth Ainsworth might do in his new job as manager of Queen's Park Rangers. So if we load up Football Manager, we can see I have used the in-game editor to make Gareth Ainsworth the manager at QPR. They are in the Championship and are expected to finish 11th. If we look at Gareth Ainsworth's profile, he has good defending attributes, okay fitness, fantastic mental attributes. He is a determined manager. He has a good level of discipline, good motivating skills, and is okay with people management. He's not too bad in judging player potential and judging player ability, and his tactical knowledge could do with improving. But he is a model professional. He tends to sign domestic players. He uses counter-attacks. He relies on set pieces, and his systems use player marking. He likes to sit back and protect a lead, and he also likes to use his substitutes. He tends not to have a large senior squad, and he tends not to allow creative freedom. So in this simulation, we are going to holiday forward 3 years into the future, stopping at the end of each season to review how Gareth has done in his new job. So all that's left to do really is holiday ahead 1 year, and we'll see how he's done in his first season in charge. So his first season at the club has been and gone, but how has he performed? If we have a look, we can see that he is still manager of Queen's Park Rangers, which is a good start. But the club are still a Championship side, meaning he has failed to gain promotion, but he hasn't been relegated either. So let's have a look at the league, see how they've done. Remember, they were predicted to finish 11th. Has he done better than that? He has. They finished 10th, missing out on the playoffs by just 4 points. They won 16 of their 46 games. So not a bad first season in charge. Let's go and have a look who he signed ahead of the season. Go to last season. Ender Stevens come in from Sheffield United. Ben Wilson from Coventry. And Taylor Richards from Brighton, as he spent 625 grand in his first season at the club. So we'll have a quick look at how they done in the other competitions. They won in the Carabao Cup first round 2-0 at home to Cardiff, but lost 1-0 at home to Oxford United in the second round. And in the FA Cup, they had the worst possible draw as they entered the competition in the third round. They were away to Manchester City, where they lost 1-0. So not a bad first season in charge for Gareth Ainsworth. Let's go on holiday ahead to the end of season 2 and see if he can do better in his second season at the club. Here we are 2 years into this simulation, and the question is, has Gareth Ainsworth improved on last season's 10th place finish? So if we have a look, we can see he is still at the club 2 years in, and the board are pleased with his management of the team. But they are still a Championship team. No promotion for them last season, but if we have a look at how they've done, has he improved on that 10th place finish? No, they finished worse off, the same amount of points, but they finished 11th place. This time they were 9 points away from the playoffs. So we'll have a look at who Gareth Ainsworth signed ahead of his second season. Clark Johnston coming from Curzon Ashton, George Hurst from Leicester on loan, Issa Kabore on loan from Man City, Malcolm Eberway from Crystal Palace on loan, Charlie Savage on loan from Man United, Oscar Bob on loan from Man City, Ivan Sutic from Farnborough, and Connor Davis coming from Cardiff Met Uni. He only spent 165 grand, and that was all on loan fees. He did sell Charlie Kelman to Pisa for 150 grand, so he pretty much offsetted some of that expense there that he spent during the windows. So we look at how they done it in the other competitions. Go back to last season. They lost in the first round of the AFL Cup again at home to Cardiff. That's the second season in a row they've been drawn against each other in that round. This time it was Cardiff who took the spoils, winning the game on penalties. In the FA Cup third round, they went away to my beloved Portsmouth, where they drew 1-1. They welcomed them to Loftus Road for a replay, and Pompey won that. No, they won that 2-1, knocking my beloved Pompey out of the FA Cup. They then drew Manchester City away again for a second consecutive season in the FA Cup. This time, they went on to lose that one 3-1. So, in the league, they've done worse. In the EFL Cup, they've done worse. In the FA Cup, they went one round better. It's just mad how in both cups they've drawn the same teams 2 seasons in a row. Absolutely crazy. It's the worst second season for Ainsworth, but he's kept his job. So let's go to the third and final season and see if he can improve on that 11th place finish. The third and final season of this simulation is over, and as one of my favourite managers outside of the Premier League, I am really hoping that Gareth Ainsworth has managed to improve on last season and maybe even gain promotion to the Premier League. So if we have a look, he is still QPR manager, but they are still a championship side. They haven't managed to gain promotion, but has he managed to improve on that 11th place finish last season? We'll have a look. And they finished 5th. They made the playoffs, finishing on 75 points after winning 20 of their 46 games. But they weren't promoted. It was Stoke who won promotion via the playoffs. How did they do in the playoffs? They lost 4-2 on aggregate in the semi-finals to Nottingham Forest. So we go back to QPR now and we'll have a look at the transfers from last season, see who he brought in. He signed George Hurst on a permanent, Henry Jeffcott, Clinton Mola, Matt Penny, Peru Nolakasayan, Omar Elabalulai, Rasmus Lauritsen all signed on free transfers. Teo Adaramola joined on loan from Crystal Palace, and Quadro Bar joined on loan from Watford. So he had a strong transfer window ahead of that finish that got them into the playoffs. Let's have a look how they done in the cup competition in this final season. Again, they drew Pompey. This time in the AFL Cup, first round. This time it was Pompey who were victorious. They won 1-0. In the FA Cup third round, they went away to Everton, where they managed to get a 1-1 draw. But Everton beat them 2-0 in the replay at Loftus Road. But this was their best season yet. A 5th place finish in the Championship. And last but not least, let's look at Gareth Ainsworth's manager profile and see if he has improved the course of this simulation, which he has. He now has 15 in defending, 14 in fitness, 17 in mental, 16 determination, 14 level discipline. His motivating is up to 18, people management up to 16. His judging player ability and judging player potential have both also risen to 12, and his tactical knowledge has gone up to 8. So in the 3 years here, he has been at the club. He has improved as a manager, which has resulted in a bid. Let's see who that is from, if we can. There is something going on here. Can we have a look? I can't see, but it looks like someone has come in for him. I can't tell who it is. It's not letting me see. He's wanted by Middlesbrough and Forest. Middlesbrough have offered him a job. So that'll be interesting. It's a shame that this is the end of the simulation, because it'll be interesting to see if he moved there. But as I say, he is improving as a manager. He has improved the fortunes of QPR. So QPR fans, let me know down in the comments what you think about his appointment and how you think he will do. So that is the first of today's simulations done and dusted. And I think it went rather well. He is improving the club. He is changing their fortunes. But that, I'm afraid, is it for me this morning. If you have enjoyed the video, then don't forget to drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification bell, as I have a lot of content coming out in the near future, including a brand new Let's Play series. And if you want to, you can now support the channel by heading over to my Buy Me a Coffee page. All the links will be in the description, and any donations you guys give are always very greatly appreciated and are used to progress the channel and improve the content that I bring to you guys. But that is it for me this morning. Remember to keep your eyes on the channel. We do have another simulation out this afternoon. So until then, take care and enjoy the rest of your morning. Bye bye, guys.